Oi girls and boys and everything in between, it's Ace Trader Liam back with another episode of Form Fight. Form Fight is a series where we take a look at a Pokemon with more than one form or a branched evolution or counterpart Pokemon. We have a look at the differences between those forms and we try and work out which one is the best. And so we can see these Pokemon in action on the battlefield. We also have a metronome battle between the different Pokemon in question just for a little bit of fun. If you're a fan of the Form Fight series and you're ready for more, make sure you hit the like button to show your appreciation for the series and don't forget to subscribe with notifications on so you never miss an episode. But with all that out of the way, let's take a look at today's challengers. Today we're going to be looking at the two forms of Kyogre, which of course are Kyogre and Primal Kyogre. Now normally Kyogre will be in its original form, however if one is holding a blue orb it will primally revert into Primal Kyogre at the start of battle and will remain that way until the battle ends. So what makes these two Pokemon forms so different? Let's take a look. According to the Pokédex, Kyogre is 4.5 meters long and weighs 352 kilograms. As for Primal Kyogre, it's 9.8 meters long and weighs 430 kilograms. They both share a Pokédex entry which reads, "Through Primal Reversion and with nature's full power, it will take back its true form. It can summon storms that cause the sea levels to rise." Kyogre is said to be the personification of the sea itself. Legends tell of its many clashes against Groudon as each sought to gain the power of nature. Appearance-wise, both these Pokemon of course look like blue versions of killer whales, and both are adorned with kind of tribal markings as well as having ribbon-like tail fins. In their shiny forms, regular Kyogre switches from blue to a pinkish purple colour, and a very bright one at that, and Primal Kyogre switches up to a very deep black colour. Now let's look at the typing, weaknesses and resistances of these Pokemon forms. This will be quite a quick section since both of these Pokemon forms are pure water-type Pokemon, making them weak to grass-type and electric-type moves. They both resist steel, fire, water and ice-type attacks and of course have no immunities. Now let's look at the stats and abilities of these Pokemon forms. Kyogre itself is your typical box art legendary Pokemon, boasting great HP, attack, defense and speed stats, as well as having monster special defense and even more monster special attack. It only has access to one ability, which is Drizzle, which summons rain onto the battlefield for 5 turns whenever Kyogre enters, unless of course rain's already in effect. This ability is particularly useful for Kyogre because it means its water type attacks are increased in power by 50%. Bearing in mind it also gets same type attack bonus on water type attacks, being a water type. It is kind of a double-edged sword though, because it does allow Thunder to be 100% accurate, and you really don't want that being a water type. As for Primal Kyogre, it gets a huge boost in attack as well as decent buffs to its special attack and special defense, thus making it an even more fierce Pokemon to be against. Primal Kyogre only has one ability as well, and that is Primordial Sea, which summons rain onto the battlefield as soon as Primal Kyogre enters, no matter what weather is in effect, as well as completely nullifying fire-type attacks. As we said before with Drizzle for regular Kyogre, Primordial Sea for Primal Kyogre offers the same benefits and the same disadvantages really, because of course Thunder is again 100% accurate, but of course having the added bonus of being able to nullify fire-type attacks just makes it that little bit better than Drizzle. And on top of that, the fact that it's permanent as long as Kyogre is in battle. Now it's time for me to decide which of these two forms of Kyogre I prefer, and honestly, it's no question, it's Primal Kyogre. Apart from being absolutely beautiful and a massive visual improvement over regular Kyogre, it's also the fact that it's just so much more powerful. It's the same Pokemon with an improved version of its ability and a better special attack stat, special defense stat. It's just improved all round. It's Kyogre 2.0, even though technically it's the original form of Kyogre, which makes it Kyogre 1.0, technically. That's weird, isn't it? But seriously, like, there's no question. I kind of want to talk more about this, but there's not really much more to say. Both Pokemon are beautiful, both Pokemon are great to use, but one of them is just a better, more advanced version of the other, and in this case, it's Primal Kyogre. But of course, it's not just up to me, it's up to you guys to decide which of these is your favorite, but before you do that, it's time to see these Pokemon on the battlefield. It's time for the metronome battle. Before we get started, I will point out these Pokemon all have max IVs in all stats, 0 EVs in all stats, they're not holding any items, they each have only access to one ability, so that's all they can use. They're all the same type, they've all got neutral natures. The only advantage or disadvantage any of these Pokemon get comes from their base stats. And you know what? Good luck, regular Kyogre. It's gonna be fun, right? Everything else is all up to the metronome. Let's go. Here we go, the battle under the sea. It's Kyogre versus Primal Kyogre as everybody enters the battlefield ready for... Oh my god, that horrible ear-piercing cry from Kyogre just about broke my eardrums. Rip headphone users, am I right? Oh my word. Here's the Primordial Sea from the Primal team. Going to completely nullify the Drizzle, unfortunately for the regular Kyogre team, so it's not looking good for Kyogre from the start. I mean, it's just heavy rain, it's just going to nullify fire type attacks, no biggie. Here's a Lick from Shiny Primal onto Shiny Regular, already gets the paralysis. That's a great start for the Primal team. Can the other Primal, the regular Primal, can it follow up with something good? No, it wastes a turn on Soft Boiled. I love Metronome battles, don't you? Here comes Shiny Regular with a scary face, going to take advantage and lower the speed of Shiny Primal Kyogre. That's really good. You paralyze me, I'm going to make you lose 2 stages of speed. Here's Autotomize from regular Kyogre, gonna raise its speed sharply and become nimble, so already there's a lot of speed wars going on. That's very interesting. A speed battle coming out from the Kyogres, who knew that would happen? Here's regular Kyogre with a Mud Bomb onto normal Primal Kyogre, doing a little bit of damage there. Here comes normal Primal back with an Ice Hammer onto regular Kyogre. Not very effective damage, but still a decent hit there. Dropping speed as well, so it's not looking good. There's a lot of speed happening in this battle. Here's Toxic Spikes. That's a waste of a turn from Shiny Regular I said Groudon. I meant Kyogre. My sincere apologies. Here comes Shiny Primal. What's it going to do? Goes for Heat Crash, but of course its own Primordial Sea nullifies the Heat Crash, so it's not even going to happen. Well done, Primal. You big ol' numpty. Here comes the fastest Kyogre on the field with Happy Hour. Doesn't care to battle, just wants to be real happy. I know those feels. There's the happy atmosphere. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. It's great. Here comes regular Primal with Endeavor, and that's of course going to fail because it's got lower HP than the Kyogre it's targeting. Here comes Shiny Kyogre with Shadow Sneak. Finally, going to dish out some actual damage. Well done, mate. Onto a tiny little bit of chip damage there onto Shiny Primal. What's he going to fire back with? Going to retaliate with Power Trip onto Shiny regular Kyogre. Decent amount of damage. I say decent, it did barely anything. That was a bit pathetic, really. You're meant to be Primal. Come on, mate. Here comes regular Kyogre with a Lunge. It's going to do some bug-type damage to Shiny Primal and drop it to Tack Stat. That's a handy drop in stats for the regular Kyogre team. Regular Kyogre need to lower as much stats as possible. Here's a Sticky Web. That's a completely useless move because there's no switching out in this battle, so no one's going to be affected by it. That's a lucky break for the regular Kyogre team there. Here we see Shiny regular Kyogre with a block. Going to stop Shiny Primal from escaping. Completely useless in this battle. There's a lot of wasted turns in this Metronome battle today. It's getting on my nerves a bit. Here's a Tri-Attack using that massive special attack stat and decimates with a critical hit Shiny regular Kyogre. It's not looking good for the regular team. I don't want to sell them out early, but come on, look at them. Here's a Cross Poison from regular Kyogre onto Shiny Primal. Does get the poison though. Okay, I may have spoken too soon. That was incredible. What a great play there. You can slowly wear down the Primal with the poison. Here's regular Primal with Karate Chop doing decent damage to Shiny regular Kyogre, I should say, who's firing back with a Shadow Ball. Is it onto that regular Primal? Is it revenge? Yes, it is. Does it get the special defense drop? It does not. We go straight into Shiny Primal's retaliation with Aqua Ring. So it's going to counteract the poison. The poison is going to take effect each turn, but Aqua Ring is also, as we see, going to heal a little bit of HP there each turn. So the poison isn't as big of a factor now as it was in the previous turn. Good job, Shiny Primal, for taking that little bit of initiative there. Here comes regular Kyogre with Aura Sphere. Going to try and do as much damage, but Primal Kyogre, they do have very high special defense, so you're going to have to try harder if you're going to knock these Pokemon out. Here's a Cross Chop from regular Primal onto Shiny Kyogre and takes it down. We now have 1 regular versus 2 Primal. This just became very, very one-sided. Here comes Shiny Primal with a high horsepower. It is at -1 attack though after the lunge earlier. Doesn't do as much damage as it will want to, as we see the Aqua Ring healing and the poison taking away. My word, what's going to happen here? Kyogre really needs to bring out something like Thunder or Discharge. It needs a super effective hit. Rototiller is not the move you wanted to do, dude. You are wasting your goddamn time. Here comes regular Primal. What's it got in mind? Goes for Gear Grind. It's not very effective, but damage is damage at this point from the Primal team. There's the 1 hit. There's 2 hits. My goodness, not very effective. 2 hits in a row. Gear Grind dealing a little bit of damage right there. Here we go with Shiny Primal with a Tail Whip. Going to lower the defense of this regular Kyogre even further. You need to pull something out of your arse, mate, because you're not doing well enough against these primals. You need to do better. You have one of them poisoned. Maybe you need to start targeting that one. What are you going to do, dude? Goes for Solar Blade, a 2-turn attack, leaving itself vulnerable. Mate, come on. You got to do something. How are you going to beat these primals? Aeroblast from regular primal. That's going to do significant damage. Fair bit there, bringing regular Kyogre down into the red. What's the shiny going to do? Is it going to finish it off? Goes for Torment, so it's going to force this Pokemon to struggle once this Solar Blade is complete. That's not good. That's really not good, dude. You are in the doghouse now, mate. You got to hope you can take down this regular primal or this shiny primal. Take the shiny. Go for the shiny with the Solar Blade. It's not, is it? Look at the angle. It's going for regular primal. Doesn't even knock it out with the Solar Blade. This is not good. Here comes regular primal. What's it got in mind? It's going for Shadow Bone. That's going to deal some great damage, I think. Takes it down. Down goes regular Kyogre. The primals have dominated. They've shown they're the true form of Kyogre. Wow. Absolutely dominant. Impressive. So you've heard what I've got to say, you've seen these Pokemon on the battlefield, now it's time for you to decide which of these two forms of Kyogre do you prefer, Kyogre or Primal Kyogre? Let me know in the comments and explain to everybody why your pick is the absolute best. That'll do it for another episode of Form Fight. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button, it helps me out massively, and of course subscribe with notifications on so you never miss an episode. If you'd like to support me like the guys down here do with just a little donation each month, you can do so on Patreon, the link's in the description, and I'll see you very soon, but until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.